Hello, guys. This is Frank, and I'm here with Phunkey. Hello, Phunkey.
Hello.
Hello, hello. I want to show you guys this, and this is a project that I started thinking about a few days ago. I suddenly had a feeling that I really wanted to build Edward Scissorhands, or not Edward Scissorhands himself, but the setting and the environment in Minecraft. The last couple of evenings, me and Funky have been building here. This is Edward Scissorhands' castle, and once we are finished with the castle, and we know how big the mountain is going to need to be, we're going to start on that, and then build a little town. Now, I am hoping that most of you guys are aware of the movie Edward Scissorhands. I was actually quite surprised when I was talking with some younger friends on Skype and such, because quite a lot of them had never seen the movie, and some of them had never even heard about it. This completely shocked me when the first person said it, and I just thought it was like him just missing out. It being a bit weird. But it seems like quite a few younger people have not seen the movie, so I guess that me and Funky are just terribly old.
It's Tim Burton, though, guys. Everybody should know this movie.
It's a wonderful, wonderful movie. It's quite great, and the settings are wonderful. Now, as you can probably see here, the texture pack has been edited. The blocks on the castle are actually the clay bricks, and it's the nether bricks. Um, Kind of wanted to change these bricks, so we had this very desaturated feeling, which is very common in Tim Burton movies, and then combine them with some super duper bright colors. I really like that combination. I think it gives a very, very nice feel. So what we will do is, I guess we will probably maybe be changing this into a jungle biome, to make the grass a bit greener and things like that, and also retexture some of the bushes and flowers.
For those of you watching this video on my channel, I do have the default textures on for the moment, but yeah, you can see what it looks like. I think it looks good without
That's
the custom
actually
texture.
that's actually quite good. I'll put an annotation in my video to your video
Mhm.
so people can see what it looks like in the default pack. Because actually, I mean, you guys on my channel, you know that I usually do use the default texture pack. And when I play on servers, I always do, because I just want to make sure that as like the chance of it looking as good for everyone is as big as possible. Now, in single player creative projects and such, however, I do quite like either using texture packs or a modified version of the default pack to just kind of add a bit to the build. But I do also feel that if your build cannot carry itself with the default pack, then I can kind of feel that it's a bit like cheating.
Yeah,
So I actually think this build looks really good in default pack as well. It looks very different, but it looks very good. Just looks different. I don't think it looks worse in any way.
no, not at all. I think it looks fantastic.
Yeah. So I don't know. Some people really hate the thing with texture packs and feel like it's super wrong. I don't feel that it is at all. I do, however, understand that some people do hate it when they look at some texture packs, and people just really build like a square wooden house, but it still looks great because the texture packs does all the work. I don't really like that either. But if it just adds and makes the builder feel better and more for the purpose, then that is awesome. That is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we are building after a theme, so it makes sense to have a custom texture pack of sorts. But it's definitely about the build and not about the texture pack, and I think you can definitely see that when you look at it with the default textures. It still looks really, really.
Hmm. And this is going to be quite a big build. I was actually not planning on recording any of it until it was finished. However, um, I start quite a lot of builds, which they look really good, but then you never finish them. I do hope that we will finish this one, because I'm really enjoying this a lot, and I think it looks great. But it would be a shame never to show it, because actually the reason why I started my channel to begin with was really just to show my friends what I am doing, like when I'm not playing with them, and just show. show, like just show them and share some things with them. And so why not? So this is not going to be a series or anything. This is just a quick update, kind of behind the scenes, so you can see what we're working on. And yeah.
There's quite a lot of parts that I'm really looking forward to building.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we should talk about them now, maybe not, but
Yeah, do talk, do talk.
well, no, I mean in particular the one of the parts I'm looking forward to building is the town because it's super colorful, and it goes back to what I like about Tim Burton, where you've got the really kind of dark and atmospheric parts
Mm-hmm.
of his kind of movies and stuff, and then you've got the super bright colorful parts as well. It's really quirky. But inside there's like a laboratory kind of well, it's not a lab really. It's kind of like an assembly line, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would be a lot of fun to build.
Yeah, we were thinking about maybe making a Rube Goldberg device um, in the lab. So it will actually be an active thing, which people who download this map, if they want to, they can kind of check it out and play with it. That could be fun. Now, we're not sticking entirely true to design with this build. It's more like an inspiration. Like a lot of things are very similar, especially if like if you're going to stand here and look up, you are probably going to see exactly what part of the movie we were looking at. But design is very different because it works more as an inspiration. Because, well, personally, I don't like copying things. I like being inspired by them and then kind of try to create a similar feeling out of it. But I do hate copying. I think it's super boring.
I'm not super against copying, but the fact of it is we can't, because you can only see this building from so many angles in the movie. So a lot of it is just stuff that we're doing ourselves, I guess.
And a lot of the nice things as well about this build in the movie is that, well, this building, this castle here, is really derelict. It's really broken down everywhere. And but it still looks nice because the stone has so many different textures and everything. And to recreate that in Minecraft, it would really just be like making a pretty advanced texture pack with a lot of random stone textures. And then it would basically be the texture pack doing the work again, which... well, it's more fun to actually build a building than to make a texture pack, I feel, personally.
And it would look really bad in default textures as well.
But when I started to reconfigure the default texture pack to work for this build, I actually thought that it would be quite awesome to make a Tim Burton themed texture pack, which I would really, really like to do. Now, the main thing inspired by Tim Burton would actually be the color scheme about it. Like these really desaturated blocks, and so you can create this really horror kind of like landscape, and then the really, really super colorful blocks just for that really interesting contrast that I usually found in Tim Burton movies. So that could be fun. Looking forward to that.
And there's so much you could actually do with the Tim Burton texture pack as well, because there's so many cool Tim Burton movies.
Yeah, and you wouldn't even need to do like Tim Burton themed stuff. It's just a nice color scheme to follow. Now we have started sketching on some more things. Like I actually built some Minecraft cars, which would fit the scales that we are working in. I'm still trying to, yeah. Well, I'm still trying to, yeah. It's hard to handle.
Cars are super difficult.
Yeah. Like, they work if you go up in scale, but we can't really go up in that scale, so yeah. But anyway, guys, like, most of this is obviously not finished because, well, originally, when I started to think about this and started building it, I thought, like, well, this would take about 3 days, won't it? And now it's been 3 days, I think, actually, and there's most of it is left to do because the project did turn out huge. As usual.
Surprise, surprise.
Yeah. So, but it's going to be really fun to build on, and yeah, just wanted to show some behind the scenes, and I think I will actually be doing that with creative projects and stuff like that in the future, because it is fun to show things off now and then, even though you're not making a series on it.
Yeah,
just
you get
maybe you guys can get some inspiration. Look at how these blocks are placed and stuff, and you can be like, oh. Yeah, maybe I can place the stairs like this, and I will also get a funny shape like this. Yeah, maybe something like that. Well,
going to be a lot of fun.
So guys, if you want to see what this looks like in the default texture pack, do click the annotation I will put in the video, so you can go to Phunkey's channel and look at it in all its default splendor.
And vice versa, to see the custom one, which we will eventually be kind of using for the video. There'll be a link for Frank's.
Okay guys, thank you for watching. Bye bye.